MEC for Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Ms. Mamiki Qabate. The MEC for Agriculture and Rural Development, also acting for the Department of Health, Mr. Msebenzi Zwane. Ms. Oli Mlamleli, who's the MEC for Cooperative Governance, Traditional Affairs and Human Settlements. We have the MEC for Police, Roads and Transport, Mr. Butana Kompela. We have the MEC for Education, Mr. Tate Pule Mahwe. We have the MEC for Public Works and Rural Development, Ms. Sisi Mabe. We have the MEC for Social Development, Ms. Sisi Ntombela. MEC for Provincial Treasury Finance, Mr. Seiso Mohai, and Mr. Dan Khotule, who's the MEC for Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation. To you, MECs, thank you very much indeed for joining us, and welcome to the program, and welcome to you here in the City Hall as well, and you at home. Perhaps I can start with you, Premier, just to start this conversation. Perhaps any opening thoughts that you have that you'd like to share with us?
Well, we are here. We are the Free State government. We have always said we want to account to our people, and this is what we are going to do. We are going to give account of what we have done, what we have achieved, what we have done to undo the legacy of colonialism and apartheid. And I'm sure the MECs are here, and as a collective, we are accounting to the people of South Africa and the people of this province in particular. And I'm sure we'll focus on what we have said in terms of the 5 priorities in terms of our election manifesto 209 until now, and the broader vision 2030, National Development Plan, and the Free State Growth Development Strategy located within that plan, as well as the new growth path. So I'm here, Peter, and I'm sure we are ready to say to the MECs, we have committed ourselves to 5 priorities. MEC education can come in, and the rest of other MECs. Education, health, rural development, crime, unemployment, all those challenges, I'm sure we are ready to say to our people, it's still a long work to go, but we are almost there.
Premier, thank you very much indeed. So some opening thoughts, and as he said, he's ready to give a full account with his team for what they've done, the achievements, and also perhaps explain some of the challenges and the priority areas that he highlighted. And one of them is education, and perhaps I could start with the MEC for Education. A quick question for you, because we've had the matric results. The Free State did pretty well. Congratulations on that. But people keep asking the question, 30%, is that really a pass mark? Has the quality of education gone down as a result when we compare to previous years? MEC?
No, thank you, Peter. Let us first say maybe that I think the ANC made education an apex priority. And I think what it was saying was that all of us must focus on improving the education levels of our country. And I think we have done very well on that thing. And that is why, if you look at our province, you will see that we're all working together to ensure that now we've got the pass rate that you're referring to. But I must also say that, there is also some kind of, I think, misinformation. 30% is not the only pass rate. When somebody writes grade 12, they've got various exit points. They can choose to go to university, they can choose to go to a diploma, they can choose to just to get what used to be called school leaving certificate. Now, this time, I think it is more difficult to pass grade 12 because you've got what is called designated subject. It means in the past you used to pass only on average. If you get a particular average, you would pass. But in today's environment, if you want to pass and get a bachelor's, you need to get a minimum of 4 subjects at 50%. And those 4 subjects must be designated subjects. Let me make an example of a designated subject. If you take, for an example, CAT in our schools, computer applications technology, it's not a designated subject. So if you get one of your 4 subjects becomes CAT, where you got 50%, you will not get this, what we used to call metric endorsement. But IT, for an example, is a designated subject. Therefore, it's not any subject that you pass that gives you an entrance. So at 50%, you must get N+, so that now you can get at university. And as we know, most of our universities have got even higher requirements, level 7s and so on. And I think what we are saying is that it is incorrect to say to the Society of South Africa that the pass rate is 30%. It is not. If you go to lower levels, if you take a diploma, you will find that they will still have to get a diploma. You still have to have at least 2 subjects that are designated at more than 50%, and the others may then be 30%. So that is the story. But I think the minister has listened to all this information, and she has decided that let us have a process where we can check with the academics and the population in general to check what we should correct in terms of that percentage pass. But yesterday I was looking at the pass rates in other countries in the world, because our curriculum is benchmarked against some of the best in the world. And in some of the education systems, that 30% is still there. So I think people should understand that not every grade 12 learner wants to go to university. You don't go to school to grade 12 to go to university. You sometimes go there just to be a responsible citizen and literate citizen and numerate citizen.
Okay, so I guess the issue here is that when we look at these pass rates, that we also look carefully at what percentage qualified to get into university and what percentage have qualified perhaps to get into FET colleges, and what percentage perhaps are going to go into the workplace with some kind of school leaving qualification.
That's correct.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll leave it there for the time being.